Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about Caramel Sunday's Santa's House. Now, this is in their 4-wick, 40-ounce vessel. This does retail for about $65, $64.99 to be precise. That does include the cost of shipping, so that's always nice. And if you guys are watching this video, you are probably already familiar with Caramel Sunday's business model. They are a little bit different than some of the other candle companies that I review from. They do offer a monthly restock, and that will be taking place this month. It will be happening this Sunday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to want to make sure that you are signed up for the text alerts so that way you can get the 2 minutes early access. But we're going to talk about this fragrance because this is one of the candles that will be restocked. It will be offered this Sunday. And I wanted to give you guys some post-burn thoughts to see if this one is on your wish list or not. So let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance. Santa's House has top notes of sugar cookie, mid note of frosting and nutmeg, base note of Christmas tree. Now those were the notes that were listed on the website. Here on the label, they have notes listed as sugar cookies, Christmas trees, and cupcakes. All right, you guys, so what does my nose detect? My nose really likes this fragrance. In fact, if you caught my Caramel Sundays haul for the October restock, this was one of my favorite fragrances. I also love Perfect Christmas. Truthfully, you guys, there is not a fragrance that I bought in that last restock that I don't like. They're all quite enjoyable. There's one that I just felt kind of meh about, but this fragrance to me was one of my favorites. It definitely is to my nose, it was very much that sugar cookie accord forward with a hint of tree in the background. Now, the tree note in the background wasn't even as strong as, say, the tree note that I get from their dad's Fresh Cut Fraser, which I have done reviews on already, and you guys already know I love that scent. It will be of no shock to any of you guys when I do my Caramel Sundays wish list video later on this week that one is on my wish list to pick up this weekend. But this to me is not, I would say that the tree note that I'm getting in this is maybe not as woody. The tree note that I'm getting in here comes across a little bit more sweet, probably because it is mixed with that sugar cookie accord, and maybe the sweetness that I'm picking up is that mid note of frosting. As far as the nutmeg is a very, very soft in here. I wouldn't even smell this candle and be like, oh, there's that nutmeg in there. Not at all. This to me is very much sugar cookie and tree type of fragrance, very much in line with, while it's not the exact same fragrance, it is a cousin to Kringle Candle's Wishing for Christmas. If you remember Yankee Candle's Christmas Wish, it is very much that sugar cookie mixed with pine type of fragrance. On cold, I will tell you that I like this blend probably the most. Although I do like Kringle Candle's Wishing for Christmas, but I don't believe that one is currently available. So yeah, this one, was a good option for me to go ahead and try out. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle, because you guys know first and foremost, I'm a huge fan of the Caramel Sundays brand. I'm also a really big fan of this 4-wick format because I have found this 4-wick to be the format that seems to perform best in my home, especially in the open concept spaces. Although I will tell you that a lot of the 2-wicks in their fall and winter or holiday lineup have been performing quite well for me. But here's the thing with this one, you guys. This has probably been my lightest performing 4-wick that I've ever purchased from the brand. And you guys know I've pretty much, since they came out with this 4-wick format, I've purchased at least one, usually at least two, from every launch. This one has been the lightest performing for me. And you can tell, like, I'm already at the halfway point here, and I keep waiting for it to come to life. And it's just not for me. And again, you guys know I love Caramel Sundays, but I am always going to keep it really real with you guys as a reviewer. I do believe that the nature of the fragrance oils in this candles makeup are light. Sugar cookie, vanillas, we know that those tend to be very, very difficult to make strong. And I do feel like that is the problem we're running into with this one. Kringle Candles Wishing for Christmas, honestly, a lot of people have said the same thing. In fact, my friend Amy from Beloved Fragrance Finds actually gave me her Wishing for Christmas. I was dropping off some candles to her about a month ago, and she was like, here, do you want this Wishing for Christmas? I can't smell it in my house. And I was like, sure, I'll take it. Now I know Wishing for Christmas, I have to burn in a hurricane, and that's when I get a little bit more performance. But even I know that that candle performs a little bit better in the closed concept spaces of my home. And I am just going to tell you guys that even in this 4-wick format, I find that this 4-wick does better in the closed concept areas of my home over the open concept. I've tried burning it over on the wall, where I have my quilt rack. I've tried burning it on the table in my living room, where that's the other space that I will typically burn candles. And you guys, I would give this one for me is really only about like a 5.5, 6 at the most. But even then, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. This one, for whatever reason, takes a little bit longer to pull out than some of my other 4-wicks. In fairness, I am going to say I think that is probably due to the temperature change here. I live in Arizona, if you guys are new to my channel, and we have typically still been like in the 80s during the daytime. That has now shifted. We are now into the 60s during the daytime. The overnight lows it's colder. I have the windows open in the morning, so colder air is coming in. So I will say, in fairness, I do believe that the reason why it's taking longer to pool out is because the ambient temperature in my home has dropped about another, I would say 10 degrees from what it normally is. So I do believe that that's it, because I'm not having any issues with the wicks. You can see that the wicks are nice and healthy, nice healthy flames there. We're not having any wick issues on this one. They're not burning puny, nothing like that. But also, because the ambient temperature in my home is a lot colder, soy wax needs to be very, very hot in order for it to really project and really give off the full essence of the fragrance. So I am just going to say that I feel like this is one that I am going to attempt to start burning this in a hurricane. I actually don't really have a true hurricane that will fit this, although what I might try to do is use, you guys know I have already finished a 150-ounce vessel of Bakery on Main, and I kept that vessel. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pop this one inside of that to see if maybe that it will give me a little bit more oomph. But this fragrance profile, you guys, I think is just going to be on the lighter end. So what I will say though, is that when I burn this candle in my bedroom, I do smell it a lot better. Out in the open concept, the fragrance gets completely lost, which again, you guys know vanilla-based fragrances do tend to do that. My Bakery on Main has always performed quite well for me. Highly, highly recommend that one in that new little like gold vessel that they're going to offer this weekend. Definitely pick it up in that, because my 4-wick of Bakery on Main performs very, very well for me. But yeah, this one, you guys, I'm just... I wanted more from it. I want more strength and throw, because it is such a fantastic fragrance, especially on cold when I get it. I will say, if you are planning to burn this in a smaller space, closed concept, or in a hurricane in those spaces, you're going to be very happy with the performance on this one. But I would maybe say buyer beware if you're hoping to burn this one in an open concept. I think that you might run the risk of being a little bit disappointed. Again, they can't all be winners. You guys all know. Is this going to, keep me from purchasing from Caramel Sundays? Absolutely not. Like, you guys know, you're going to see this week, I still have a pretty lengthy wish list. They are still going to get a good chunk of change from me next Sunday when they do their November drop. I love the brand. I love John and Sierra. I love that they take feedback really well. Initially they were really gourmand heavy with this, with what they were going to offer in the 4-wicks. They heard a lot of us saying, hey, please, can you offer Dad's Fresh Cut Fraser? They went ahead and listened. They're also bringing back Home for Christmas, which is very similar to Bath & Body Works Winter. So they're a great company. They're a small business. I love that their products are clean. I'm not worried about burning their candles around my children, my husband, my cat. They're a great brand. But everything can't always be sunshine and roses, and this is one of the candles that unfortunately for me just misses the mark a little bit. Again, not the fragrance, but the performance on it. I want more oomph from it because the fragrance is so beautiful. So, like I said, Caramel Sundays is having their restock this Sunday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned, you guys, this week. I'm hoping to have my video uploaded on Thursday about what is on my wish list. And in that video, I will go over what you can, how to shop with the brand. If you've been watching my channel any length of time, I think a lot of us know how to shop with them right now. But you can go over to their website right now and preview what will be offered. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. If you purchased this one during the restock, let us know what your burn experience is. If you're having a better experience, please chime in with that as well, because it may just be my home with the changing of seasons. Things could be altering here. Let me know if in your home, if this is performing better, and also maybe give us some context. If you're burning it in smaller spaces, open concepts, that helps a lot of us out as well. So please hit thumbs up if you found this review helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I've got lots more candle reviews coming up for you guys this week. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.